the team that lost to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl last year, the 49ers, they're 2-3. We know they haven't had Christian McCaffrey. We know that they've been banged up, and the 49ers seem to every few years go through one of these cycles where it just seems like everything is going wrong. But they got a lot of their guys back right now. Thursday night football, 49ers against Seahawks has the feel, even though it's a 3-2 team versus 2-3 team, it has the feel of a really, really big game in a wide open division. What do you make right now of the state of the NFC West?
Yeah, I got to look back, and maybe it's just in my head. I feel like they've played 4 or 5 Thursday night games, and maybe it's not. Maybe it's like 2 in Seattle, and it's always close, right? And so it just feels like it's going to be another one of those there. It's going to come down to a late field goal or something like that. And I may be rolling in some Sunday night games that I thought were maybe on Thursday. But this one feels like it's going to be an ugly knockdown, drag out, who can make the play, who's going to kick the field goal at the end, which like we talked about, the Jets. You can talk about the 49ers who you're talking about right now. If they have a kicker the other day, they don't have to go for it on 4th and 23 or whatever it was, kick the field goal. Maybe that game turns out differently. The Giants had a game without a kicker where they probably win if they have a kicker. So maybe it comes down to another field goal here, which would be fitting for this team. San Francisco, it's like they're going to be so well coached, and they've certainly got enough talent. They've lost some key pieces, but like Kyle Shanahan's going to figure this out. I'd still say that they're the team to beat in the NFC West. The Mike McDonald situation, got to change those guys' names. The Mike McDonald situation as a first-year head coach, and this sounded a lot better when they were 3-0, but as a first-year head coach, apparently has impressed folks with how locked in he is. Like everything is kind of really on point. Hadn't shown things that you would expect of a rookie coach where like, he doesn't really understand the flow just yet. He'll figure it out. Like he's been locked in as if he's been a head coach for 10 years. So this is a key spot for him. Short week with this team coming in. Let's see how the Seahawks respond after a game where I really felt like the Giants went back and have sort of gone back to the way that they played things a couple of years ago when Brian Daboll was the coach of the year and they were so successful, which is, let's not try to do too much, right? Let's just try to be who we are on offense. They only took a couple of shots down the field. They hit one or both of them, I'm trying to remember. But it was more about playing safe and not making mistakes. And when teams execute that way in the NFL, you don't want to do that for the long haul. That's why last year they really tried to open things up and it didn't work. But they're back to doing what has made them successful with a smart game plan, a safe game plan. And the Seahawks just had trouble stopping that. And certainly the field goal, give them all the credit for the way that they spotted that on film and executed that. I thought when both guys held down the guards there, I thought that was a penalty, and it's been proven ever since that that's not. You can push down if the guy's already down. So they spotted that on film, and what a job by them to pull that out of the key spot.
And did it without Devin Singletary and Malik Neighbors on the road in Seattle. There's something to be said for that too. Big game for Geno Smith on Thursday night as well.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern for free.